I'm teaching you how to build today. We are going to start with our first lesson, which is bases and framing. So, in the way that I build things, frames are actually pretty important. They give you the layout and foundation of what you're trying to build, which is really useful to me, especially in my kind of build style, which is very sporadic and disorganized. And we're starting with frames first because that is, I don't know, like what I thought is best to start with. Right now I'm just trying to get a good layout for the frame, and I'm going to do an L shape, which is pretty common, and it may be simple, but it's a good example, and it also gets the job done. Now, oh my god, I had something stuck in my throat there. We have to now choose a block to put in between our framing, and I chose stripped oak logs, which I chose that because I don't feel like I build with them enough. So here I am. Now, it may look ugly currently, and that's because I'm not putting in account other building techniques that I'm going to go over in later episodes. I'm going to go wild with the floor here. I'm going to do reinforced deep slate, because I also never build with that. And then we're going simpleton with the roof here, because, once again, future episodes of building techniques, because I don't want to spoil them. And now currently all that's left for outside is the stairs on the roof, which you're going to quickly get this done. And now for the interior, which I don't think is necessary for framework, but I still want to help you with your building. Here you can see I'm like making the pillars a lot more visible and contrasting it against the flatness of the wall, which helps the build feel a lot more detailed and also, I don't know, more cluttered, which makes it look nicer. I'm now highlighting up the place so you can see it in its full glory. Now don't do what I did here and spam windows everywhere. Only put windows where windows need to be, because if you put too much, then it's going to be hard to put actual interior in, because that interior will cover up the windows, or the windows just don't leave room for interior. There. I think I would call the house done now. It doesn't look too great, but it's decent for how much lack of building skills that I put into this. The only real one I did is framing. For really obvious reasons. It's like the whole reason I built this whole thing. I mean, it could use some roof work, some depth, and a bit of lawn work too. But I built this entire thing for just framing. Now let's get into something I like to call Let's See What We Learned. The Let's See What We Learned project is going to be a house that we continuously add details to throughout each episode, and those details respond to those episodes. And since we did bases and framing, right now we're doing the base and the frames. As you can see, I went a little wild for this house shape, and there is a cylindrical shape there to maximize the, I don't know, dimensions? Yeah, dimensions. Yeah, and now we're doing framework here. What else can I say here? I don't really know. You know what? I'm gonna do a second floor just to make this even more painful for all of you to watch. Now that I have finished working on the second floor frames, I'm looking for any frameworks that I might have missed. I'm gonna now show you guys a prime example of frameworks. This is my base from the Asterix SMP server that my friend CJ's made, or Inklu now. Pretty much it did good with frameworking or something.